Good evening, homesteaders from Apple Joe Farm. Well, it is the evening supper time. So, we're in the barn. We're going to let these babies out so that they can have their little evening bottles. Here we go, gang. Here we go. So I believe that I counted, and I believe that I have 4 dolings left. So folks have been asking me, and so I believe I've got that right. Here you go, baby. Here you go. Ah, there we go. So we had a little bit of trouble with the scours, and that has all passed. We've been doing very good, and I think I figured out that needed the probiotics, needed the pinch of soda in the first bottle of the day. So now they're all doing real good. And here's the rest of them. Here they come. Got some beautiful bucklings in this group. Yeah. Now I'm still doing, for the rest of the month, I'm doing the Homestead Special. And what that is you buy 2 babies and you get 1 free. Probably not something I'll ever do again. But, it feels mighty good to see all these babies get placed on homesteads. It's very hard for folks who, like I had a lady contact me yesterday that said, here's what she said. My son's a teenager now. He is really interested in milking a goat, and I just want a little bit to make soap. And so we're just thinking about a doling. Okay, and so I inquired, you ever going to have a buck? Or what about a wether to live with your buck? Because, in order to have milk, when your girls get old enough, they have to be bred. And that has to happen, every year to keep lactation going. Oh, well, I don't know. I just know it doesn't matter. Don't you have any cheap ones? And I said, well, take a few minutes, read over my website, and you'll understand that all my does and bucks are from high performance genetics. That is what this is about, because homesteaders in general want Nigerians that actually give more than a half a cup of milk. And not all Nigerians are equal. In other words, you can be feeding and doing all the same things for your Nigerian doe, and she may only give a half a cup or a cup of milk. Or you can invest right out of the gate. Don't waste your time. And that's a big part of it. Because time-wise, you're looking at a couple, 3 years before you're really going to get rolling. Because these little gals have to grow up. And they have to get bred. It's 5 months before they can have a baby. And so, I guess what I'm saying is, buy the best you can. Save up, wait a little bit, and buy the best you can. And because there's a lot of time and a lot of effort and involved. Diet-wise, doe that's going to produce a good amount of milk for you is going to cost you the same amount as a doe who's going to give you a half a cup to care for, to feed. This particular gal, she said, well, I said, have you ever had dairy goats? She said, well, we had meat goats, so we know what we're doing. Well, yes, you do know quite a bit because, they're goats. But meat goats are not like dairy goats. Why is that true? You know, your meat goat, you're going to feed and grow up and butcher. Your dairy goat, you're going to feed and care for and go through a couple, 3 lactations, and then you're going to get some good milk out of her if she is genetically wired to give good milk. And so you know, things that people just don't think about. And then there's the fact of, well, you can't just buy a doe and go home, a doeling and go home, and magically in 6 months you're going to have milk. That's just impossible. So I guess what I'd really recommend is what I recommended to this person. Come and take the tour. It's $10 a person. I will spend a half a day with you if you've got that many questions. You will see firsthand. It will be hands-on. I will teach you about their nutrition, about their medication, about their homes, about health, about feed, anything that you need to know in order to succeed. Because sadly, folks, there's a lot of people who get into this and don't succeed. And then it's been a huge waste of their time and their money, and how discouraging and how sad for the animals. What happens to them when we fail? Well, usually their outcome in life is not very good. You know, that's why in the end of my discussion, you know, I said, you know, please come and take the tour before you make any financial decisions or decisions about these goats. Didn't want to do that. Okay, that's fine. But I'm going to tell you that with Nigerian Dwarf goats, there's a learning curve. So this is just a few little hints. I hope this helps. From Joanna here at Apple Joe Farms. Always happy to hear from you. Come and take a look. 13 babies left here. Hello, baby. There's a silver. Yes. And so 417-665-8996. AppleJoeFarms.com. Come visit. And thank you so much. Happy homesteading.